Hey, this is Bill with Lead Capture Page Boss, and I'm going to do a tutorial video to replace one that we had formerly in place, just to be a little more detailed about all of the functionality of the autoresponder feature. So I've just logged in, and I'm going to go here to the dashboard menu, and I'm going to go down to Edit Autoresponses. Now, one thing I want to make clear is that this page in your account may look different than what you're seeing here. And the reason for that is we have many different membership packages on our system, whether it's ours or we've designed something for another company or a team or even another individual. So what I want to let you know is that the core elements are here, and the same with yours. Now I'm going to be very specific about this page and go through it in a lot of detail. So this is something that's going to hopefully give you a pretty exhaustive understanding of the autoresponders. Okay, now first, let's just take it from the top down. There are two little icons here. This icon with the question mark opens up a simple kind of a text help document to give you a general idea. Or you can click on this little play button here, which may look different on your system, and it may even be in a slightly different location. But essentially what I want you to know is that if you look for the button that will play a video, those are the good helps that will give you an understanding of the page. This one here opens up this YouTube video. Okay, so if you have questions about that, it's always good to go to those. And you know what? Soon we're going to have another link on here that will bring you to the knowledge base on the Lead Capture Page Boss Help page. Let's go ahead and open that up just to take a quick look. Lead Capture Page Boss Help is our ticket desk, and right here on the bar it says Knowledge Base, and here there's numerous categories regarding the various aspects and features of the system. Here we have autoresponders, and here are some of the most common questions that come in. So what we do is we take the tickets and we create these knowledge base items. So it's always good also to check the knowledge base. Now, let's take a look at the rest of this page. First, I want to point out that there are two groups to this page. First, you have the active autoresponder series, and the second, you have messages available. Okay, what's the difference? These autoresponders here are active in this account, so that if a person chooses a lead group, let's go to that page. We go to Capture Pages, and we take a look at a page. Say we want to promote the Lead Capture Page Boss system. What we have here is the lead group, okay? And we select the lead group that we want the people who fill out the capture page on this page, which lead group they go to. So for example, we always try to align the numerical code for the lead group and the capture page. In this case, 0006. Okay. This lead group then is the same as this one here. So people that fill out the capture form on page 0006 are going to go into the lead group, which is actually in our contacts or our leads. They're going to go into 0006 here in our leads. And then they're also going to begin to receive autoresponder series 0006. Okay, so there's three elements. You have the capture page with the numerical ID of 0006. You have the lead group that they fall into. so that you can find them within your contacts. And then there is the Autoresponder series assigned to that lead group. So first we have these active Autoresponder series, and these are all ready to go within this account. If you need to create a group that is not here, you can simply click on this link here, and you'll go to manage the contact groups, and then you can go ahead and add a new group here, and it'll show up. And then you'll be able to add autoresponder messages to that group, as well as assign a capture page to that group, so that you align the three elements. Those three elements again: the capture page, the lead group, which goes into the contacts, and the autoresponder series. You are able to reassign the autoresponder series or the lead group to a capture page so that the numerical codes don't necessarily have to line up. And this allows you to create your own autoresponder series apart from the ones that are already active in your system. Now, let's go down below. There is another box or a table of messages, and you'll notice that some of these, for example 0027, is not here. The reason for this is that page 0027 was created after this account was created, and we don't write to people's accounts so that we don't overwrite information that may have been customized. So say, for example, we as a company rewrite an autoresponder series for 0002. Okay? Well, what we're going to do is we're actually going to send out a notification that there is a new autoresponder series available, and you choose whether or not you want to load the new series into your system. So when you receive an email like that, what we're saying is this series here, 002, is new. And if you'd like to use it, you click this button, load all of these messages. You'll get a warning that you're going to overwrite. If you've done any customizations, those will be lost. And then you click OK, and it will overwrite them. Now, 0027 is not active, so let's use that as an example. I'm going to click 0027, load all the messages, click OK. Our page refreshes, and now we have 0027 messages here as an active autoresponder series. So a brief recap on that feature is that if you are lacking an autoresponder series in the active group, you'll scroll down to the messages available and click on the load link. That will then apply those messages and make them active within your account. I know this takes some getting used to, and you may have to either back up in the video or you may need to watch it again. But I always recommend pausing the video and then analyzing the system, this page in particular, and just try to get a grasp on it. Our system is very robust. It allows for a lot of customization, and that has made it technical. But if you don't want to do any customizations, you simply click the load link and that's it. Let's move on to customizing an autoresponder series. Say, for example, you want to customize the 0001 autoresponder. We're going to use the active series. We're not going to use the messages available. We're going to use, again, the active series. And what we're going to do is going to expand this table. And then you see the notepad, edit message. We click that and we're able to edit the subject line. We're able to edit the message body. And then we update the message. Now also you have variables here that you can use. So if you want to say, "Hi Bob," and you want their name to populate that, what they've provided from the capture form, then you will use name. Now, most likely LName is not available because we're typically only capturing 3 pieces of information from a capture form: name, email, and phone. Now, if you'd like to bring information into the email about yourself, you are able to use these variables here: first name, last name, email, phone. So once you've updated this, you're going to go ahead and click the update message button. Now let's move on to the second email in this series, and that's going out on the second day. Let me explain this. First, as you've seen, this is the lead group that it's assigned to, and in this case, the generic opportunity page. The second column shows us on which day this email will be sent after the prospect has filled out the form on your capture page. So we see that this email is sent instantly. This is 2 days after, 5 days after, 9 days after, etc. This is the subject line of the email here. And then these are our editable buttons. So let's go ahead and edit the second email. Again, we're going to click on the notepad with the pencil. You can go ahead and edit the subject line as you wish. Then you can also edit the email itself using this WYSIWYG toolbar. You're able to add images, hyperlinks, horizontal lines. You're able to style your text with bold, italicize, underline, strikeout, justify, change your font family, change your font size, change your font color, add highlighting to the back of it, and more. Now that we have edited this email the way that we want to, what we're now going to click on is the number of days we want this message to go out after they have filled out your capture form. So we've been sending this out 2 days after, but let's say we want to send it out 1 day after. Simply click on this and choose 1 day. Now we're going to update that message. So what we see now is that we have the first one that sends instantly and the second one sends in 1 day. And so that's what happens throughout all the rest of these autoresponders. So again, you're able to click on this icon and you're able to edit this any way that you want. Now you don't see a signature at the bottom of this email, and that's the way it's supposed to be. This makes your job more efficient if you create new autoresponders. Say for example you create an autoresponder series of 20 or even 50 emails. and then you decide to change your phone number or you change something, and then you have to go back and edit 20, 40, 50 different emails. Well, with the signature, what we've done, if you go to your dashboard and you click on signature, what we've done is made it so that the signature that you create here in this editor box is going to be automatically applied to the bottom of all of your autoresponders. This also includes broadcast emails that you send out, or even if you use template emails. So it's my recommendation that you don't add a signature to the bottom of this, or it's going to be applied twice. Or if you want to put signatures, or if you want to add a signature manually each time, then go to the signatures and delete out this information. So once you've edited that the way that you want it, and I'm going to put this back to 2 days, I'm going to update the message. Okay? So again, now that message will go out on the 2nd day. Now let's go ahead and just set up an entirely new lead group just as a demonstration. So first we're going to choose, click here to create our new lead group. And I'm going to call it Test 001. We're going to add that contact group, and now you see Test 001. And because this is specific to you, not to anybody else in the company, you're going to be able to delete it, or you're going to be able to change the name. Also, you'll be able to determine whether or not you want it to be opened or closed when you open up the Autoresponses page. And you can also default the from email address or the from name. And then once you choose the right settings, click Save Changes. Now that we have our own lead group customized for us, let's say we want to apply a particular capture page to it. So we're going to go to the capture pages, and let's go ahead and choose 0006. Now here under the page settings, we're going to expand page data, and then we're going to drop down our lead group menu, and we're going to go down to Test 001. And you'll see that there. Now I'm going to save the changes, and let's now go back to our autoresponses. As of right now, Test 001 is not going to show up in any of these autoresponses. Why? Because there are no messages in it. So we need to at least have one email within that lead group, or else it's not going to function properly. So we'll need to add an autoresponse message. We can do that by simply clicking on this link here, Test 001, subject line, and then let's just put Test 001 email body. Okay. And let's say this is going to go out actually 48 weeks, 47 weeks out. Now we also choose the contact or lead group. They're used simultaneously within the system. And we're going to scroll down until we see Test 001. And we're going to add the message. Now we'll see Test 001 here as part of the active autoresponders. And if we expand it down, we'll see here's our email. And if we click on the edit button, you'll see that what we had typed in is there. There are also going to be times when you may want to just simply copy and paste some information from another document into your auto-response message. And here we have some code that we may have offered in a free offer on a website about, or a capture page about CSS. And what I'll do is simply click in the email after copying it and click paste, or Control C for copy and Control V for paste. And so now we have that in the email, and I can go ahead and update the message. So now again, when we open test 001, we see our first email. We click edit and we see that code. So then, there are technically two ways to work with customizing autoresponder series. A, you can go ahead and customize a series that's already in place and just change the value in those, or you can go ahead, create a lead group, and then write your own autoresponder series right from the ground up. That way, and perhaps that's recommended, that way you won't be overwriting series that are already in place, which you may want to default back to at some time in the future. Now let's do a quick recap. Remember that you have these help icon buttons here up at the top of the page in this system, but they may also be underneath or somewhere else, and they may have a different icon. Second, you have two different groups here of auto-response messages. One is already active within your account, and the other one is latent, but can be loaded into your system so that it becomes an active email autoresponder series. Then you're able to add or create lead groups by simply going to the Manage Contact Groups page and adding your group. Then you're able to add auto-response messages to that new group that you've created. Or you could go ahead and edit the emails within a given autoresponder series. It's highly recommended that you also do a spam test on the emails prior to writing them and saving them. We'll be putting a link on here to that, but let me go to a page that already has it, and that is Send a Broadcast. And you'll see here emailspamtest.com and mail-tester.com. I highly recommend that when you write your email, you also put it into one of these systems to where you'll, and actually email spam test is easier, that you'll go ahead and enter your subject line to your email, put in your code, and then put in your plain text and check it for spam. This will help you become better at writing emails that don't contain words that flag spam filters. You'll have a higher deliverability rate then, which is what you want to get your emails into the inbox. We've done a very thorough look at this particular system. Let me be clear about this one thing. You do not edit these messages that are here in the available section. What you do with these is you load them into the system if you want to load all of them, or you can go ahead and load individual autoresponder messages using this button here. If you have any questions, feel free to submit a ticket at leadcapturepageBossHelp.com, and I do recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get new video tutorials that will help you use the system more effectively so that you can generate more traffic, have more opt-ins, and essentially increase your net value.